The top 25 iRacing 305 drivers are back in action tonight at the track Earl built, Eldora Speedway. Last week, Tyler Street wins his first ever 305 race in a thriller at Lanier Speedway in the closing laps. Randy Shreves regains the points lead after Clayton Tilley was not able to make the trip. Zach Dykstra led most of the laps last week before settling for third in the race of the season. We seen a first-time winner last week. Could Eldora Speedway prove the same? It's time to put it all out on the line with just 4 races remaining. Good afternoon and welcome to Eldora Speedway race fans, as we are here for Eldora week number 7. And we are getting you set for qualifying here in just under 7 minutes left. Hot laps are out there right now on the speedway. Sean Stevens, the fastest out there right now. I'm your host tonight, Ryan Griffith. I've got pit reporter Byron Gay here. And then also we've got officials here. Chris Miller is your race control. Josh Burke is official. And Larry Bell is an official tonight. Here's your standings coming into tonight. Randy Shreves on top of the leaderboard after Clayton Tilley was not able to make the race last week. So Randy Shreves takes the points lead, but not by much, as Jason Randolph is right behind in that 5th position. Zach Dykstra in the 3rd position, 16 points out. Tyler Street's in 4th. 5th is Brandon Boyles. 6th is Ben Wart. 7th is Sean Stevens. 8th is PJ Popham. 9th is the 47 of Steven Vogelsong. And rounding out the top 10 is Jeff Flaro in the 00. Again, we'll be getting you set for qualifying here in just a few minutes. We'll cover all of your hot lap sessions and where drivers are when we come right back here at Eldora Speedway.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of Outlaw.
Welcome back to Eldora Speedway, and here is what hot lap sessions look like. As on top of the leaderboard, we said Sean Stevens, he continues to be on top of the leaderboard in hot lap sessions, and he lays down a time of a 14.57. Ross Kaiser, the number 2 spot in that 4 machine. Troy Flaro is in the 3rd position. 4th is Gavin Chatham. 5th is Zach Dykstra. That's your top 5 right now in hot lap sessions as we get closer and closer to qualifying. If you're over on the YouTube channel, make sure that you hit the like and the subscribe button. Help us get to our goal. And also, make sure that you go check out our Facebook page as well on Dirt ITV, and also now DirtITV.com just released to the public today on the pre-race show. Check us out there. And if you're over on that website, now is your opportunity to get the hot new apparel, the Kings of Millertime, the official merchandise of Millertime Motorsports. Kings of Miller, the 3rd King awaits. There it is. You can get it for $29.99. And the drivers out there that want to sign up, that is currently an Outlaw driver, and you want $5 off your entry fee, well, if you buy that t-shirt before 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tonight, you get $5 off that t-shirt. Get Upside is a sponsor with us all season long. 25 cents off per gallon, and you can get an extra 15 cents off per gallon by using the referral code that we give out every pre-race show. Get Upside, save cash at the pump every single day. Power rankings came out this week, and Troy Flaro was on top of the leaderboard. Troy Flaro pretty strong the last 3 weeks and is a good favorite to win here at Eldora Speedway. Zach Dykstra in the number 2 spot. He led a lot of the race last week, 24 laps, and then gave it away to Tyler Street late in that race. Tyler Street in that 3rd position. Clayton Tilley drops down to the 4th position in power rankings after missing last week, and currently he is a no-show this week as well. Randy Streets is in the 5th spot. 6th is Jason Randolph. 7th is Jeff Flaro. 8th is Ben Wart. 9th is LGR's Steven Vogelsong. And 10th is Brandon Voiles. So you see there 2 Hoda Racing drivers, 2 LGR drivers, 3 LGR drivers, I should say, 2 Northeastern Outlaw drivers. So that is your power rankings coming in after week number 6. All right, when we get back, we are ready for qualifying action. Welcome back. We are getting you set for qualifying action here at Eldora Speedway. First car is rolling out onto the speedway now, and it's an ABR setup shop of Hoda Racing from Houston, Texas. It's the 73 of Brandon Surratt. Brandon Surratt in that 73 machine of Hoda Racing. He's had a up and down season. Started off really good inside the top 5. He has slipped now outside the top 10, and he's looking for a good race here at Eldora Speedway. Here looking for his first time across the line here on his first lap in that 73 machine. First lap going to set a 14.65, 1465 for Brandon Surratt on his first lap. Looking for just a little bit more here on the second lap to set the bar high. Second lap will be slower at a 14.68. 14.68. Next driver out there is an ABR setup, an LGR Motorsports, a Redline Race Design, wraps and stitches, finish line repairs, CD Cinematography from Manchester, Pennsylvania. It's the 47 machine of Steven Vogelsong. Steven Vogelsong in the 47 machine had a great race last weekend at Lanier Speedway, finishing second. First lap for Steven Vogelsong is going to be second quick at a 15.43. He ran the top side. He should have a better time this time by working the bottom side of the raceway in 3 and 4. Coming across the line, a lap will be a 14.67, just off the mark of quick time. Next driver out there is an ABR setup and a Hoda Racing again. Olive Branch, Mississippi is where the guy's from. And he races that number 22 machine of Brandon Voiles. Brandon Voiles in the 22 machine. First lap going to be third quick at a 14.71. 14.71. Brandon Voiles being a king, first king of Kings of Millertime. We talked about that a lot this pre-race show. Second lap will be a 14.77, a little slower for Voiles. Your next car is rolling out there on the speedway, and that is the YOB Racing CNC Race Design CD Cinematography LCJ Carpentry Pertec from Burnie, Tasmania. That's the one machine of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens not having the year that he has really wanted. He's still in striking distance in the power rankings. We just have not seen the strength out of Sean Stevens. First lap going to be a 15.36 on his first lap. Enters 3 and 4. It looked like he may have had to get off the throttle there just a little bit. Maybe hindered his lap just a little bit here, and that lap will be quick time for Stevens at a 14.63, 14.63 for Sean Stevens. Your next driver out there is a Chatham Motorsports MSMD at Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's the 24 machine of Gavin Chatham. Gavin Chatham in the 24 machine, looking for his first win on the season. He had one last year at Lanier Speedway. Has not picked up that win yet. He's had a couple good finishes. He's going to post a time at a 14.67, 14.67 for Gavin Chatham. Next driver out there is a Rush Truck Center, a Napa Auto Parts, Digital Alley, Sage Fruit, Curb Records, and Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports from Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. That's the 14 machine of Ben Wart, and Ben Wart sporting a new paint scheme, and boy, does it look good. That 14 machine of Ben Wart. First lap going to be third quick at a 14.66, 14.66 for Ben Wart. Across the line, and that lap will be slower to 14.71, 14.71. Next driver out there is Centersville Spoke and Vape Shop, Bill's Donut Shop, West Side Sign and Graphics, 3 Racing, Swartz Speed Shop from Centerville, Ohio. That is the B14 of Brian Wax. Brian Wax in the B14 machine. Brian Wax, first lap, going to be 7th quick at a 14.74, 14.74 for Brian Wax. Coming across the line for his second lap. And that second lap will be slower to 14.75. Next guy out there is going to be a Bison's Ford, Selvers Brother Construction, DM Race Engines, Upfront Custom Bodies and Fabrication, Pacers Sign and Designs from Great Falls, Montana. It's the 32 machine of PJ Popham. PJ Popham, we talked to him earlier in the pre-race show. He says this isn't his best track, but he's going after it tonight as he's setting really good in the points and could capitalize big time on tonight's event. His first lap was a 15.34. He's looking for more here on his second lap coming across the line. That's going to be 6 quick at a 14.70, 14.70. Next out there is a Wrap and Stitches, Finish Line Repair, CD Cinematography, Red Line Race Design, ABR Setup Shop, KSB Builders, One Wish Foundation, and LGR Motorsports from Springfield, Illinois. That's the 56 of Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves in the 56 machine and is currently your points leader coming into tonight, and that is quick time for Randy Shreves at a 14.63. 14.63 for Randy Shreves. Quick time for him. Second lap will be slower at 14.68 for Randy Shreves. Next car out there is a Luke's Bar and Grill, Bell IT Solutions, Intel K1 Speed, Millertime Motorsports from Fort Worth, Texas. That's the 53 machine of Larry Bell. Larry Bell in the 53 machine. Looking for a good outing here at Eldora Speedway. First lap, he's going to record a 15.41, running the top side of the raceway all the way around to get the momentum. Looking for more here on his second lap. Larry Bell crosses the line. That's going to be a 14.73. Going to be 10th quick for Larry Bell. Next driver out there, he was absent last week. A SpeedShop51.com, LCJ Carpentry, Vanderpool Construction, RK Cinematography, CT Design, LBG Graphics, and UDTV from San Jose, California. That's the 4R of Ross Kaiser. Ross Kaiser in the 4R. First lap, he's going to post at 15.11, going to the top side, as we've seen earlier. Going to the bottom side here in 3 and 4. He's looking for quick time out of turns number 4. And that is quick time for Ross Kaiser. Quick time at a 14.62, 14.62, just barely beating Randy Shreves there for quick time. Next driver out there is going to be Jiffy Lube Red Tier from Drayton Valley, Canada, in that 66 machine MMR. That's Jason Haynes. Jason Haynes in the 66 machine. First lap, second quick for Jason Haynes at a 14.62. Just off the mark of quick time. Jason Haynes putting down a lightning lap. Second lap will be just a little bit slower for Jason Haynes. Next driver out there is going to be a CS Racing, Monsters Media, and Luke's Bar and Grill. That is Millertime Motorsports, Chris Miller in that 91 machine. Chris Miller in the 91. First lap for Miller, Chris Sign. Chris Sign at a 15.30. Sign having some back issues a couple weeks ago, still struggling through that, as he will record his second lap at a 14.73, going to run 13th quick. Next out there is going to be the Luke's Bar and Grill, Millertime Motorsports from Canada. It's 3 machine of Troy Flero. Troy Flero in the 3 machine. Troy Flero trying to set quick time here on his first lap. Coming across the line, that's going to be 9th quick for Troy Flero to 14.69, 14.69. Troy Flero on his second lap. We'll see if this lap is quicker. Indeed, it is not at a 14.86. He's going to be 9th quick on the board. Next out there is going to be a Hoda Racing and Bitcoin ABR setup from Des Moines, Iowa. That is the 18 machine of Zach Dykstra. Zach Dykstra had a really good race last week, leading 25 laps at Lanier Speedway, and gave it away with 5 laps to go. Settles for a 3rd place finish. He's still looking for that first 305 victory. As he comes across the line for his second lap, it will not be any faster. We'll record a 14.704. Zach Dykstra will be 11th quick on the board. Next driver out there is an ABR setup shop, the Firm Motorsports from Des Moines, Iowa. That's the 47 machine of Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph in the 47 machine. Jason Randolph being season 4 champion, and he's looking for another championship as he's right there in striking distance for it. First lap's going to be 9th quick out of 14.67. He's looking for more here out of turns number 4. That lap will be slower to 14.74. He's 9th quick on the board. Next out there is Waukee Speedway, Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. That's the 00 of Jeff Flero. Jeff Flero in the 00. You see, he is sporting a different paint scheme. He used to have the orange car. Now he's got the blue looking car here. Looking for some power out of that thing. He's 15th quick right now at a 14.71, 14.71 for Jeff Flero. Second lap for Jeff Flero, going to be a 14.76. Your next driver out there is going to be the Dirt Vision RFC from Kingsburg, California. It's the 18 of Lance Jackson. Lance Jackson in that 118 machine. Lance Jackson's first lap is going to be 16th quick at a 14.73, 14.72 on Lance Jackson's first lap. Looking for a little bit more here on the second lap. He won't get it at a 14.76 for Lance Jackson. Your next driver from Northeastern Outlaw Motorsports from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's the 48 machine of Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn in the 48 machine. Kyle Vaughn has done well here at Eldora Speedway. Probably one of his better tracks. Currently 11th quick on the board at a 14.69. 14.69 for Kyle Vaughn. second lap for Kyle Vaughn is going to be slower to 14.71. Next out there is a Parker's Hangover Tonic, 3D Racing, West Side Sign, One Shot Scrap and Recycling from Great Falls, Montana. That's the 77 of Warren Samoy. Warren Samoy in the 77 machine. First lap for Warren Samoy going to be 6 quick right there at a 14.65. 1.465 for Warren Samoy. Good lap for Samoy late in this qualifying run. Samoy out of 4, a little bit slower, 14.72. Next car out there is going to be Advantage Athletic, Valley Heating and Cooling, Balls Trucking and Hauling, Factory Cane Shocks from Fredericktown, Ohio. That is the 4-star machine of Tyler Street. Tyler Street in the 4-star got his first 3:05 victory. And he's looking for number 2 tonight. First lap's going to be 21st quick as he went to the top side. Looking for some more here on his second lap. Across the line for Tyler Street. It will be 7th quick for Tyler Street at a 14.65. Last car that's going to take time is going to be the Wrap in Stitches, Finish Line Repair, One Wish Foundation, Red Line Race Design, ABR Setup Shop, LGR Motorsports from Gillette, Wyoming. That's the 10 machine of Coulter West. Coulter West in the 10 machine. He is sporting a new paint scheme as well. Coulter West going to be 9th quick at a 14.66. 1.466 for Coulter West. Second lap at a 14.86, so we'll take 14.66. He'll be 9th quick. That concludes all your qualifying. You got Ross Kaiser that is getting quick time tonight. We are now set for your heat racing action, as you've seen Ross Kaiser being the fastest guy out there, and Jason Haynes, a shocker up there, number 2 fastest guy. Randy Shreves in the 3rd spot. 4th was Sean Stevens, and rounding out your top 5, Brandon Surratt gets that number 5 spot as we get set for your first heat race of the night. Here's what your first heat race is going to look like. Starting on the pole in the LGR Motorsports, number 10, that's Coulter West. Starting second from Hoda Racing, number 73, that's Brandon Surratt. Starting third from the Momentum Sim Sports, number 4, Ross Kaiser. Starting fourth from Canada, number 3, that's Troy Flaro. Starting fifth from Hoda Racing, number 22, that's Brandon Boyles. And starting in the 6th position from Millertime Motorsports, number 53, that's Larry Bell. 10 laps is going to be the distance in this one. Your top 3 automatically transfer into tonight's A-Main. Your winner of this heat race will sit on the pole of tonight's A-Main. This is a big, big race right here for these guys. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. We have got the all clear to go green flag racing out of turns 4. You got West and Surratt on the front row, Flaro and Kaiser in that second row, and Bell and Boyles in that third row. First heat race at Eldora Speedway in Season 6, week number 7. Let's let these boys have it. They're looking for green flag out of turns number 4. Green flag is waving in your first heat race of the night. And Coulter West takes the command early on. Ross Kaiser got a really good jump there. Troy Flaro goes for a tumble there back in the back of the pack. as we'll have to take a look at what happened there later on. But right now, Coulter West has your race lead. Brandon Surt in that second position. Ross Kaiser in third. Let's take a quick look at that replay. Let's get one more look at that replay. Here's a look at the replay. You look at the bottom right-hand corner as the race is going up on the top left. Looks like the 22 of Voiles and Troy Flero get together there, and that causes the incident there. Back in, we've got 7 laps down, or 7 laps to go. Ross Kaiser still running that third position. Coulter West is still leading this race up front. Brandon Surt in that third position, and Larry Bell is 1 position out of the transfer spot. Coulter West still leading the way up front. Looks like a one-man lane right now. Everybody's just following each other around. Last time, Pi, we'll look at your fastest guy out there. Coulter West has your quickest lap right now. And the quickest lap in this race right now was Brandon Surt at a 14.87. Still, Coulter West is your fastest guy out there on the speedway with 4 laps remaining. Coulter West looking for a heat race win to set himself up for the A-Main tonight. You see Ross Kaiser looking to the inside there of Brandon Surt. Wasn't able to get it done. As we've got 3 laps to go, Ross Kaiser's on the bubble of the transfer spot. West's got the 2 fingers in the air, 2 laps around Eldora Speedway. We got Ross Kaiser doing a diamond off look here to see if he can close the door, but just don't seem to be working right now in this first heat race. This is kind of a one-man show right now, as we've got the white flag out for Coulter West in that 10 machine. That new paint scheme must be doing something for that 10 machine. He's got a lot of power behind it right now, and he's looking for a win. Coming out of turns number 3 and 4, West will get the win, Surt in second, and Ross Kaiser will get the final transfer spot. All right, we're ready for your second heat race of the night, and here is how this heat race is going to stack up. Starting on the pole from LGR Motorsports, number 47, that's Steven Vogelsong. Starting second from the Northwest, number 77, that's Warren Samoy. Starting third from Canada, number 66, that's Jason Haynes. Starting fourth from Pennsylvania, number 48, that's Kyle Vaughn. Starting fifth from Ohio, number B14, that's Brian Wax. And starting in the 6th position from Florida, number 91, that's Chris Sine. Ten laps once again to decide your top 3 that will transfer into tonight's A-Main. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. We're going green flag this time out of turns number 4. Vogelsong, Samoy, Haynes, Vaughn, and Wax and Sign. Green flag is waving in heat race number 2, 10 laps. Right off the rip, Vogelsong takes the lead, and Haynes follows in that 3rd position. He thought to challenge that 77. Now here comes Kyle Vaughn to challenge Jason Haynes on the bottom side of the raceway. Move Kyle Vaughn up into that 3rd position as a hard slider right in front of the 66 machine, and the 66 of Haynes puts it right back to him as he'll take that position away momentarily. Here comes Chris Sine as well. He comes into the picture there. as they run nose to tail for that final transfer spot. It seems like every race that we come into in these heat races, that the transfer spot is where the race is at. There's almost some contact there with the 66 and the 48 that opens up the door for Sign. They make contact with Jason Haynes and Chris Sign. They somehow keep it together, but all that with Kyle Vaughn taking advantage of that. He's up into that third position. Warren Samoy to the back bumper of Steven Vogelsong the last time by. Warren Samoy was quicker than that 47 machine. We'll have to see if Warren Samoy is able to get underneath him. Here he is, side by side there, out of turns number 3 and 4. Can Warren Samoy take away this race lead from Steven Vogelsong? Vogelsong had a very, very good outing last week at Lanier Speedway. He's trying to set himself up for that number 2 starting position here in the A main. He's got 5 laps to do it if he can hold on to it. Because right now, you still have Kyle Vaughn back here as your final transfer spot. And Warren Samoy still trying to track down your race leader up front. We look on the top wing of Warren Samoy as he currently runs in that second position. Warren Samoy trying to almost do the diamond off look, just not hitting it just quite right. And it may be working a little bit for him as he runs to the back bumper once again. We've got 2 laps now to go. Can Warren Samoy get in striking distance here of that 47 machine? He's right there with 2 laps to go. The white flag is coming out this time by for Steven Vogelsong. This might be the race right here in heat race number 2. White flag is waving out on the speedway. Warren Samoy is trying to take that position away. Looks like LGR Motorsports of Steven Vogelsong tried to protect the bottom, but wasn't able to do here. Here comes Warren Samoy, slides right in front of Vogelsong. Vogelsong takes some contact. Warren Samoy gets your win. Kyle Vaughn will beat Steven Vogelsong at the line. Vogelsong will come home third. Third heat race is ready to get set here. Starting on the pole from Pennsylvania, number 24, Gavin Chatham. Starting second in the Sofa Fast Sim Sports, number 4. That is Tyler Street, your last week's feature winner. Starting in the third position in LGR Motorsports, number 56. That is Randy Shreve. Starting fourth from the Northwest, number 32, that's PJ Popham. Starting fifth from Canada, the 00, that's Jeff Flaro. 5 cars. Your top 3 will advance into tonight's A main. It's going to be a good heat race, I would imagine. You got Randy Shreves, that is your points leader, and he did very well in qualifying, so he's a fast guy out there starting in that third position. PJ Popham on the outside of him. That front row, Gavin Chatham, Tyler Street, both of them have one feature win with the Outlaw Series. They're looking for a heat race win to start third in tonight's A main event. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. 2 by 2, these Outlaw drivers go for your third heat race of the night. iRacing pace truck's going to dip off into pit road. The 24 machine is firing away in turns 4. Green flag is waving in your third heat race of the night. We've got 10 laps to settle your top 3, and already 3 wide there, back for that final transfer spot. As Randy Shreves, Jeff Flaro, PJ Popham all battling for that final transfer spot tonight. Gavin Chatham running well up front right now. He has your race lead. Here comes Tyler Street looking to the inside of him. just a little peek saying, hey, here I am. I'm here to win this race. As Gavin Chatham is out there leading this one in the 24 machine. PJ Popham has your final transfer spot. And then it's Randy Shreves. Jeff Flero back here in the 5th position, kind of falling off pace. As Randy Shreves is 1 spot out of the transfer spot, and he is your points leader tonight. So this is big race for him as he looks to the inside of PJ Popham. Not able to do anything there. He'll fall right back in line as they go single file around the raceway here in Eldora Speedway. Nobody's showing their hand yet. Popham drops down just a little bit there on exit. Here comes Randy Shreves back to the back bumper. Here comes Tyler Street with a run here on 4. This is the battle for the race lead. Here comes Street to take over the race lead. A hard slider right in front of Chatham. Chatham will look back underneath. He'll work to the inside in 3 and 4. Tyler Street runs the cushion there in 3 and 4 and now drips to the bottom. Chatham goes back to the top. We'll exchange sliders in turn after turn. 4 laps remaining for these 2 drivers up front. And that opens up the door for PJ Popham as these 2 race side by side with each other. Street going to go back down to the bottom side of the raceway, side by side as they come down the stretch. Another slider. He's not able to clear Gavin Chatham. Chatham keeps it to the top side. They're side by side as they drag race down the backstretch. Into turns 3. Chatham may have him pinned to the bottom. Chatham sticks to the top side. The bottom's not there. Tyler Street goes back to the bottom side. Slides right up in front of Chatham. Chatham reverses it back up. 2 laps to go for these 2 up front. Randy Shreves now takes over the final transfer spot from PJ Popham. Randy Shreves now looking for that 2nd position. Side by side up front. White flag waves in the air. Chatham to the top side. Street to the bottom side. They're side by side down the backstretch. 3-car battle for the lead. We come into turns 3. Street will try to clear Chatham. Not able to do it. Chatham will go to the top. We're going to drag race 3 wide down the front stretch for the race lead. Tyler Street will get the win. Chatham will come home 2nd. And PJ Popham will come home 3rd. We will have to see if we can get a replay footage of that and see how close that was at the line. It was really close. We get a still image here up here for you. There's what it looked like. You see those still images high atop right there at the line. Tyler Street barely gets the win over Chatham. And there was Randy Shreves trying to get that position. All right, we're on for your next heat race of the night. Heat race number 4 is rolling out on the speedway, and here's what it's going to look like starting on the pole from the Firm Motorsports. Number 47, that's Jason Randolph. Starting 2nd from Pennsylvania, number 14, that's Ben Wart. Starting 3rd from Australia, number 26, that's Sean Stevens. Starting 4th from Hoda Racing, number 18, that's Zach Dykstra. And rounding out the field in that 5th position from California in the 118, that's Lance Jackson. Top 3, once again, will transfer in tonight's A main in your final heat race of the night. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. You got Randolph and Wirt that front row, Sean Stevens and Zach Dykstra that 2nd row, and Lance Jackson rounds out your field. Green flags waving. Gets a really good jump on Ben Wart. Ben Wart caught sleeping there on that start. Sean Stevens will take that 2nd position away. 3 wide there on the exit of 2. A 3-car battle for that 2nd position. Ben Wart tries to get around the outside of both of these guys. Sean Stevens dips back down to the bottom side. He'll try to take 2 for 1 here in this turn, and he'll do so. He'll slide right up in front of that Zach Dykstra. Zach Dykstra goes back to the inside. Sean Stevens back to the top side. Dykstra tries to work the bottom side there in 3 and 4. He still stays to the bottom as that one machine of Sean Stevens looking to put this thing in the feature early in and not have to go through a B main. We've seen that one car have to struggle and go through a B main, but he's doing well right now, sitting in that 3rd position. Ben Wart running very well in that 2nd position, and Jason Randolph running in that 3rd position. Zach Dykstra 1 spot out of the transfer spot And then Lance Jackson right back here in that 5th position. It's anybody's race to be had here in this top 3. Last time by, Zach Dykstra was the fastest out in the speedway at a 14.97. He's faster than this pack. Zach Dykstra, a reverse diamond off there. He gets a big run there on Sean Stevens. He's looking to the inside to take that 3rd position away. He'll slide up just a little bit. It still gives room for Sean Stevens on the outside. They'll drag race down the backstretch. 5 laps remaining. Sean Stevens goes to the top. Dykstra not able to clear a complete slider because of how close Sean Stevens is to Ben Wart. There's no room to slide up right now for Zach Dykstra. So it's making Dykstra be pinched down on the turn. And that is enough for Sean Stevens to stay ahead of Zach Dykstra for that 3rd and final transfer spot. 3 laps to go for Jason Randolph, your race leader that has led it from the start of the green flag. Ben Wart trying to do a diamond off there to try to close the gap on Jason Randolph. Not able to do it here. That actually opens up the door for Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens got a run on Ben Wart here coming into turns number 2. 2 laps remaining around the speedway. We about went 3 wide there on the exit there. Zach Dykstra is not going to give up in this. He is not going to go home quietly as he's now side by side with Sean Stevens. White flag is out onto the speedway, and he's going to try to clear Sean Stevens. No, it's going to be a drag race for the line here coming out of turns number 3 and 4. Zach Dykstra on the bottom, not going to be able to get it done. Jason Randolph will get you win. Ben Wart in 2nd, and Sean Stevens will come home 3rd. B-main action is ready to start. Here's what your lineup's going to look like for your B-main race tonight. Starting on the pole from Millertime Motorsports, number 53, that's Larry Bell. Starting 2nd from Canada, number 66, that's Jason Haynes. Starting 3rd from the Northwest, number 32, that's PJ Popham. Starting 4th from Hoda Racing, number 18, that's Zach Dykstra. Starting 5th in the Hoda Racing, number 22, that's Brandon Boyles. Starting 6th from Florida, number 91, that's Chris Sine. Starting 7th from Canada, number 00, that's Jeff Flaro. Starting 8th from California in the 118, that's Lance Jackson. Starting 9th from Canada, number 3, that's Troy Flaro. Starting 10th from Ohio in the B14, that's Brian Wax. 10 cars will make up your B-main racing action. One driver will be packing the trailer up and going home tonight. All these drivers don't want to be that one driver, and right now that one driver that's on the bubble back there in that back row, Troy Flaro and Brian Wax are on the bubble to go home and pack the trailer early tonight here at Eldora Speedway. You got 2 Flaros in this race. Father and son right there in the back of the pack. We're set to go. Green flag here out turns 4. That iRacing pace truck lights are out. It's going to hit pit road here, and Larry Bell has the command of this B-main action. Green flag is waving out on the speedway for that 53 machine. He gets a really good start here. PJ Popham will follow suit. Jason Haynes will try to go to the top side of PJ Popham. Zach Dykstra works about middle track right there to try to take that position away from both of these guys. That's a good battle side by side. Jason Haynes gets a really good slider in there on PJ Popham. That puts Jason Haynes on the outside, and you got Zach Dykstra stuck down there on the bottom side of the raceway. We have one car that went around. That was Lance Jackson. Lance Jackson and Jeff Flaro making contact back there in the back of the pack. Lance Jackson one that went around. Zach Dykstra battles side by side here. It's 3 wide there on the exit there down the front stretch. That battle is for that third position. Good three-wide battle there with Chris Sainz, Zach Dykstra, and Jason Haynes. Put a blanket over top of them. They're doing what they need to do here in this B main. They got to know they cannot afford to have an incident here, or they could be going home, as Lance Jackson still has that car out on the speedway. He is not with this pack, but if one of these guys get in an incident, they will be packing that trailer up and going home. Still up front, Larry Bell has led this race and is one of the fastest guys out here on the speedway. That time by, he was faster than anybody out of the speedway at a 15.10. Larry Bell doing what he needs to do here in this B main to set himself up good. PJ Popham running that second position, and Jason Haynes in that third position. As you see the 18 machine of Zach Dykstra trying to look underneath. Not able to do so as they continue to work that track up the raceway. 9 laps, 8 laps now remaining around your B main action. Still good side-by-side racing back here with Zach Dykstra. Zach Dykstra coming up into the side of PJ Popham. PJ Popham will somehow hold on to that car and not lose any kind of momentum. Zach Dykstra just did not know that he was there. As now moves Zach Dykstra up into the second. It rewards him for his mistake there. Now PJ Popham's going to have to try to claw back into this and try to catch that 18 machine, and we'll see what happens when that happens in this B main. Luckily, one of those two drivers didn't get involved in a wreck and send that car packing. So we've got 5 laps to go. Larry Bell absolutely tearing down this B main action. He's got about a 5, 6, 7 car length advantage on Zach Dykstra. On back into the pack here, Jeff Flaro, Troy Flaro back here. Troy Flaro ran his fastest lap of the race at a 15:07. So Troy Flaro working underneath his dad, side-by-side racing on back in here. Back up front with Larry Bell leading this out front. Zach Dykstra running in that second position. Jason Haynes in third. PJ Popham in fourth. Fifth is Chris Sainz. Sixth is Brandon Voiles. Seventh is Jeff Flaro. Eighth is Troy Flaro. Ninth is Brian Wax. And 10th is Lance Jackson. Larry Bell has the 2 fingers in the air as he comes down into 3 and 4. He's looking for white flag here, looking for his B main victory, and he has dominated this one from start to finish. Out of turns number 2, he's got a half a lap to get it done to make it into tonight's A main, and he's going to get it done. And the one guy that's going to go home tonight, that's going to be Lance Jackson, not making tonight's feature. Larry Bell will get the win. Zach Dykstra in third, and Jason Haynes rounds out your top 3. Time for your Dash for Cash event. $5 on the line for one lucky driver. Qualifier tonight, Ross Kaiser was able to pick up his $5. Now one of these drivers are trying to pick up an extra $5. Starting on the pole is that 47 of Jason Randolph. On the outside of him will be Tyler Street. That second row will be the 73 of Brandon Surratt. Sorry, front row is going to be Gavin Chatham on the outside of that front row, and that second row is Brandon Surratt and then Tyler Street. Third row will be Kyle Vaughn and then Ben Wart, and the back row will be Warren Samoy and the 10 machine of Coulter West. 10 laps in this Dash for Cash event, $5 on the line. Looks good. Lineup's good. This was a randomized lineup, and you got Randolph and Chatham on the front row here of your Dash for Cash event. They're looking for green flag here out of turns number 4. Green flag is waving for Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph gets the big jump. A race on back here for the second position. Brandon Surt will try to take that position away. Chatham will go to the top side. And Brandon Surt and Tyler Street make contact there. Street gets the worst of it. You've seen Kyle Vaughn there do a slider there to take over that third position. Chatham runs in that second position. Good battle back there with Tyler Street. Tyler Street and a little contact back there. Cars go sideways. Ben Wart's out of this one. Now contact again down the front stretch with Kyle Vaughn. Tyler Street out of this one in the running. We still go back up front with Jason Randolph, and he's led this one from the start of the green flag. 4 laps in of the 10-lap race. 4 laps complete. Gavin Chatham's running in second. Brandon Surt in the third position. Then Coulter West is in that 5th position. We're at the halfway mark of the Dash for Cash. Things has really gotten spread out after some contact with some drivers. They knew some money's on the line, and they were going for it. Last time by, fastest guy out there on the speedway, Jason Randolph at a 15.09 for Jason Randolph. Pretty much a single file out there, just kind of running their time out here. 8 laps of a 10-lap race, a Dash for Cash event. Jason Randolph still the fastest out there on the speedway at a 15:15 last lap. No one is touching that time right now. He's the quickest out there. And he's looking to pick up an extra $5 on the night. Jason Randolph also looking for his first 305 victory of this season in that 47 machine. Your white flag is out there on the speedway. One more trip for that 47 machine. Chatham's looks like he's going to bring her home in the third position, as Jason Randolph will be your race winner tonight. We'll be right back from Eldora Speedway here in just a few moments.
With Get Upside, you save up to 25 cents per gallon every time you buy gas, and up to 35% cash back at restaurants. Gas stations and restaurants compete with cashback offers. Earn cash back at all the big brands near you. Users have earned tens of millions of dollars. Best of all, you can cash out anytime to PayPal or a check or gift cards. Join millions of people earning cash back every day. Download the free Get Upside app now.
Hello, race fans. I'm Ozzy Altman, joining you at what has to be, without a doubt, the most highly anticipated dirt racing event in the history of motorsports. Now, Eldora Speedway, located in the northern central side of Ohio, right near the Indiana border, is no stranger to big money events. But this night, something special happens. 100 laps on the hallowed half mile. The winner picks up $1 million. Johnny Moran, you're a millionaire at Eldora Speedway. What would you do to win the Eldora Million?
Each year, legends battle for greatness. All strive to be better than the ones before them. But only one will be victorious. The 61st Knox Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals, presented by Casey's. August 10th through August 13th, only at Knoxville Raceway. Get your tickets now at knoxvilleRaceway.com.
Welcome back, race fans. They are working the track in for you to make sure that we have the best racing of the night here at Eldora Speedway. We'll be going green flag racing here in just a few moments. We got the command that we're 60 seconds away from getting your grid lineup for your week number 7 of Millertime Motorsports Outlaw Series. Thank you for tuning in over there on Dirt ITV on the YouTube channel. As you can see, we will cover some side-by-side racing tonight. You got the Battle Probe here. So you'll be able to watch all the racing action as there's some good racing around the racetrack. Proudly presented by Luke's Bar and Grill. We can't thank them enough for being a big-time sponsor of the Kings of Millertime. Also, if you haven't already, make sure that you go over to Dirt ITV store and purchase those Kings of Millertime official t-shirts. $29.99 for one of the shirts. Get yourself an extra $5 off the entry fee. So our sponsors out there, GNR Drywall, they've been with us all season long. Lepo Rents, they've been with us all season long. Jake's Electric and Company. And Redline Race Design. That's our sponsors for this night's event as we are getting you set for tonight's main event. Starting on the pole from LGR Motorsports, that's going to be the 10 machine of Coulter West. Starting in that second position from the Northwest, that's number 77. That's Warren Samoy. Starting in the third position from the Sofa Fast Sim, number 4, that's Tyler Street. Starting fourth in the 47 machine, that's Jason Randolph. Starting fifth in the Hoda Racing, number 73, that's Brandon Surratt. Sixth from the Pennsylvania, number 48, that's Kyle Vaughn. And starting seventh from Pennsylvania, number 24, Gavin Chatham. Starting eighth from Pennsylvania, number 14, that's Ben Ward. Starting 9th from Momentum Sim Sports, number 4, Ross Kaiser. Starting 10th at LGR Motorsports, number 47, Steven Vogelsong. Starting 11th at LGR Motorsports, that is Randy Shreves. Starting 12th in the 26th, that's Sean Stevens. 13th will be Larry Bell. 14th will be Zach Dykstra. 15th will be Jason Haynes. 16th will be PJ Popham. 17th, Chris Sine. 18th will be Hoda Racing's Brandon Boyles. 19th will be Jeff Flaro. 21st will be Troy Flaro. And Brian Wax will round out the field. We're ready to go. Green flag racing here out of turns 4. 30 laps will be the distance in tonight's A main. Coulter West, Warren Samoy, your front row. Street and Randolph, the second row. Green flag is going to be waving out of turns number 4 next time by. Some big hitters up front here with Jason Randolph. Tyler Street winning last week. You got Warren Samoy on this front row of this race. He has to feel really good being up front. You also got Brandon Surratt, Kyle Vaughn up here. You got Ross Kaiser back here in the 9th position. Will he be able to find something late in this race? Troy Flaro clear back there in 20th. He's got a lot of work to do. Zach Dykstra back there in the 14th position. Randy Shreves back in the 11th position. A lot of points change could happen right here tonight. And green flag is waving out in the speedway. Coulter West gets a good start. Tyler Street follows right in behind. And Tyler Street into the wall, upside down. Big carnage. He might have thought there was room there, but there was not. Big wreck on the first turn of the night, and Tyler Street is involved in an accident. He started out front here, and we thought this was going to be a good night for him in the points. Unfortunately, getting involved here is a replay of what just happened. just drove it right up into Warren Samoy. Unfortunate for Warren Samoy, as Warren Samoy was starting on the front row of this race, his first front row appearance, and it did not last long as a big time mistake by that 4-star machine. Not one we normally see by Street, but he made a mistake tonight. He gets the quick repair. He'll go to the end of the longest line in this one. We'll try to restack him and re-rack him. Big wreck there. Byron Gay, did we see anybody else that was potentially involved in that wreck? It just looked like it was a 2-car wreck.
Yeah, no, we just saw Street come up into Warren there. I was down here in turn 1. It just happened all right in front of me. Did look like they go over a couple of cars, so wouldn't surprise me if iRacing, is like, hey, we're going to give them a 4X for that, but nothing that we saw damage-wise.
All right, fantastic. You see the 4-star machine of Tyler Street getting to the backside of this field. Unfortunate for him. As you look at the point standings coming in tonight, there he was, Tyler Street. He was in 4th and looked like he could make command of this race. Now, Jason Randolph is in the catbird seat now as he's running 2nd up here. And then you got on back in here, you got Ross Kaiser's in the 6th position. Randy Shreves, current point leader, he's in that 8th position. So we are about to re-rack him and restack him once again to try to get this race underway. That was not what we thought we would see in the first turn of the night, and big mistake by a driver that won last week, Tyler Street. Maybe a lot of pressure on him to perform well after finishing 2nd, finishing 1st, and then starting right up here up front. Maybe he wanted to attack this race very, very quickly and get the lead. But unfortunate events for Tyler Street. He will be in the back of this race here on this restart. As you can see, the iRacing pace truck lights did go out. We're going to go green flag this time by. Jason Randolph on the outside there. You got Ross Kaiser. He's moved up into that 4th position. Ross Kaiser in striking distance to try to steal his first 305 victory. It's one of his better tracks. All right, we are getting some realigning of the order here as there's Kyle Vaughn moving back up into there. So there we go. Well, lineup looks good this time by. Now we're ready to go green flag racing here. Ross Kaiser, 3rd row. Ben Wart, the 4th row. Kyle Vaughn up there in that 2nd row. We're ready to go green flag here out of turns number 3 and 4. Two by two, your Outlaw drivers go. West out here leading this race. Jason Randolph in that 2nd position. Green flag is waving out on the speedway as Jason Randolph gets a good start as well on Coulter West. Here comes the 73 of Brandon Surratt looking underneath for that 3rd position. Jason Randolph gets a little loose there on the exit. Jason Randolph floats it up into there in that 2nd position. Here comes Ross Kaiser to the inside of Kyle Vaughn. Here comes Ross Kaiser up into that 3rd and 4th position looking underneath. Side-by-side action. Looks like a car in the wall. Big mess up back in there. Nope, looked like Sean Stevens made it out. I thought he may have been involved there. Caution flag waves out on the speedway. We'll take a look at the replay and see who all was involved. I did see the 14 machine of Ben Wart into the wall, which kind of triggered everything. Here's what it looked like. Very, very, very lucky for Sean Stevens. As him and look like maybe Jeff Flero, they make some contact. They keep it alive somehow. But over the wall goes that 14 machine of Ben Wart. Ben Wart being, I believe, a pick by Chris Miller tonight to get inside the top 3. He puts it in the pits for repair, and he has made those repairs. Good to see Coulter West leading this race. We have not seen him lead much of this 305 Outlaws, and he's out front leading here at Eldora Speedway. like we said, I think that new paint scheme may have lit a fire underneath him, and he shows a lot of strength right now early in on this race. I mean, we were very early in this race. Still a lot of good drivers right behind him. Jason Randolph, a champion of Season 4. Ross Kaiser was a pro driver at one point in time. Brandon Surratt in that second position, or third position. So good drivers here as we're getting you set to go green flag racing out of turn number 4. Coulter West is on the throttle. We're green flag once again. Ross Kaiser goes to the top side of the raceway. 3 wide back there for that third position with Brandon Surratt and Kyle Vaughn. Good 3 wide back battle on back in here in the pack here. You see cars everywhere around this raceway. It's like, where do you find the place to run, as there's cars everywhere. 3 wide, 2 wide. This is where you definitely want to have a spotter. Race for the lead. Jason Randolph got a good run off that turn. He'll do the slider in turns number 3 and 4 and take the race lead away from Coulter West. Move Jason Randolph up into that top spot. Here comes the 83 machine, and also the 4R of Ross Kaiser. Kaiser looking for that second position. He'll slide right in front of Coulter West. Caution flag waves out onto the speedway once again, as there was big time carnage back here in the back. Looked like Street may have been involved again in a wreck. We'll see who calls this one, as here's a look at the replay. Steven Vogelsong already up in the wall here on that steel image, you can see. And on back in here, you got Sean Stevens, you got the 48 of Kyle Vaughn. And right there, not too clear. By seeing that replay, we'll have to check another look to see who started the incident out front there. You've seen the 66 of Jason Haynes go flipping in the air. As we'll take another look at what all happened there. Man, it looks like Steven Vogelsong may have came down, clipped the front end of the 18 machine. Byron, do you have a better view for us, and what are you seeing there?
Yeah, we got another angle here. It does look like that 47 gets up into the turn there in turn 4. As we go slow motion here, he gets up there, ends up coming down, catches the front end of Zach Dykstra, and it does just cause a pile up there. Zach Dykstra gets turned. Jason Haynes gets involved. Breeds right there, Popham, Boyles, and Samoy all together.
Wow. Great shots there by you, Byron Gay. Great looking camera angles. Yes, very. There's like cars going everywhere there. As it's just unfortunate for Zach Dykstra, just at the wrong place at the wrong time, as a car was in the wall, and then he tries to come off the wall and it just hooks and goes around, and the rest is history for the guys behind him. All right, we're getting you set to go green flag here out of turns 4. Still up front, Jason Randolph took the lead away from Coulter West there for a minute. You seen the 4R of Ross Kaiser was taking that second position away. We'll see what happens here, as the last time we wore a green flag, Ross Kaiser was the fastest guy out in the speedway. We will look to go one more to go green flag here out turns 4. We'll re-rack them, restack them here for you guys. Randy Shreves, your points leader tonight. He is sitting in that 5th position. He's only 5 points ahead of Jason Randolph, and Jason Randolph has 5 points on him. So we'll have to see how this all shakes up tonight if we would finish the way it is right now. But it's still very, very early in this race. Jason Randolph has the command here out of turns number 4. Green flag is waving in the air. He gets the good restart on both the drivers behind him. Randy Shreves goes to the bottom side of the raceway. 3-car battle on the exit of 2. Cars all over this raceway, and Ross Kaiser takes away that position. Here comes Coulter West to the inside. He'll try to regain that position. Not able to do it yet. Ross Kaiser back to the top side. He's in running second. Jason Randolph leads this race. Randy Shrees back there in that third position, or fourth position, battling for that fourth position. Currently scored in the fifth position. Brandon Sir, there's a big cluster right there with Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens having a good race right now. He's running in that seventh position. He's up 5 spots in this race. You can see him there on the outside of Randy Shrees. Randy Shrees trying to find a way to the top side of this raceway, just not able to clear Kyle Vaughn just yet. Fastest guy out here on the speedway that time by still yet. Ross Kaiser is ripping down the top cushion. He's faster than your race leader. Biggest movers out here in the race. Jeff Flero is up 8, 9 positions, 10 positions, now 11 positions up into the 8th position. He's battling hard with Brandon Boyles back here in the mix of the pack. That's 8th position. Both Brandon Boyles and Jeff Flero has been the biggest movers. Troy Flair's back here, 9 positions up. Some big movers tonight in this race. Back up front, that lead is starting to dwindle, and Ross Kaiser is starting to close to the back bumper of Jason Randolph. The pro driver, used to be pro driver, I should say, is putting a slider on Jason Randolph. Randolph will try to cut back underneath to try to get that position back away. Not able to do so. Here comes a hard slider by that 47. Not able to clear. Ross Kaiser will take the lead away with 17 laps to go. Jason Randolph running in that second position. Coulter West having a good outing here, running in that third position. Brandon Stewart also a good night for Hoda Racing in that 73 machine. Brandon Stewart running in that fourth position. Kyle Vaughn back here in the fifth position. And then you got Randy Shrees running in that sixth position. Seems like him and Kyle Vaughn has been racing side by side with each other for most of this race. And Randy Shrees not able to clear Kyle Vaughn. May be able to do so here. Hard slide up. Not able to clear him yet. Sean Stevens into that seventh position. Brandon Boyles in the 22. He's on back here. Looks like we've got some contact back here in the back, as that may have been Troy Flero involved in that. We'll take a look at the replay here in just a few moments. Kyle Vaughn, or Brandon Boyles, currently your biggest mover in this race. He's up 11 spots into that seventh position. Here's a look at the replay. What happened? Car came down into Troy Flero on the front stretch there. Take a look and see who that driver was that came down. He was up on top and just came down. Didn't realize that Troy Flero was there. We'll take a look at it. And here it is. Does look like the 18 of Zach Dykstra again. Trying just to force the issue. May have tapped that outside wall and it forced him down into Troy Flero. Maybe nothing he could have really done there as he got into the wall. What do you see there, Byron?
What I'm hearing from the office here, from the admins, PJ did end up getting lost up there in the slick a little bit. Zach had a good run, popped the right rear a little bit, came down right into Troy.
And you're saying Zach Dykstra or PJ Popham there?
So PJ ended up getting loose on the front stretch there, just slightly. And then Dykstra was getting a good run on the top and just happened to get into the tail tank, and it turned him down into Troy there. I gotcha.
So a little contact there in the back tail tank, just hard, close racing there. There's a really good view, slow motion, and then Dykstra just goes down, and then that sends Troy Flero for one heck of a wild ride across the racetrack. Right up into the outside wall.
It does end up collecting his teammate as well there.
So there you go. There's your views from Byron Gay, the pit reporter. Thank you for those views. Great camera action there. As we'll get set to go green flag here once again. I think we'll probably be single file here, as we will take a look. So we said Brandon Voiles, the biggest mover in tonight's race, up 11 spots into that 7th position. Ross Kaiser's moved up 8 positions. He cannot go up anymore. He is your current race leader right now, leading this race. Ross Kaiser trying to capture his first 305 victory in the Outlaw Series. His teammate Clayton Tilley was able to put 4 of them up on the board, and he has not yet been able to do it. Now that Clayton Tilley is not here, it seems like he is racing his best race as he leads the field. But a good move on Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph is a good driver here. Jason Randolph's average finish here is 2nd over the last 8 races, so kind of fitting in right where he should be in that 2nd position. Brandon Surratt running in that 3rd position. A great race by Brandon Surratt. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck. We're going to be a single file restart here. Green flag is waving in the air. Ross Kaiser is on the throttle. We are having problems with our normal feed, so we're on the replay feed right now with Byron Gay. He will give us the shots and the sounds of this finish up this race here. As you've got Ross Kaiser leading this race out front and has led most of it after taking the lead away from Jason Randolph. Good battle back there into that 4th and 5th position with Kyle Vaughn. You got Randy Shreves and Sean Stevens putting on some moves here to show that he still has some strength, trying to get inside here in the top 5. He's battling there for that top 5 position. Brandon Surratt starting to pressure the back bumper of Jason Randolph to try to take that 2nd position away. Side-by-side battle back here with Sean Stevens and Randy Shreves. Caution flag waves out onto the speedway. As the caution waves, we tried to get you that first feed back up here so we can get the live timing tower up for you guys while we're under caution. And while we're under caution, let's go ahead and step away for a quick commercial break.
Each year, legends battle for greatness. All strive to be better than the ones before them. But only one will be victorious. The 61st NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals, presented by Casey's. August 10th through August 13th, only at Knoxville Raceway. Get your tickets now at knoxvilleraceway.com.
All right, we're back, and we're back with the first feed, and we'll take a look at the replay and see what happened here. It's Byron Gay. Can you get us a copy of what's going on out here? You can see there you got Ben Wart and Stephen Vogelsong battling hard there back in the pack. Vogelsong gets up into the wall, turns down, and there is Jason Haynes once again getting involved in another accident. It's a tough night for Stephen Vogelsong after a good outing last week. We will look to go single file restart once again. You got that 4 machine and also the 83 machine now. They changed paint schemes of Ross Kaiser that is leading this race. And we said who could pick up their first official 305 race, who could win it. And right now you've got a guy that's leading that has never won a 305 official race. And he's got your race lead right now. Jason Randolph, he has a 305 official race. So then you got Brandon Surratt back there, and then Kyle Vaughn, and then Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens now cracks the top 5. His best outing so far this season, probably coming away here at Eldora Speedway and try to put himself back in the points race here. Jason Randolph looking to take away out of all the top contenders right now. He's running second. And Randy Shrees runs in that 6th position. We're looking for green flag here out turns 4. Green flag is waving out in the speedway. All the cars go to the top side of the raceway. Ripping down the top side of the cushion. Caution flag waves. Caution flag back out on the speedway. Cautions breed cautions, and that's what we've seen here at Eldora Speedway. After last week, we only seen 1 caution. Tonight, we see a caution full of a race full of cautions as we take a look at the replay. Jason Randolph, I'm sorry, not Jason Randolph, Jason Haynes getting up into the wall, slows him down, and then the B14 of Brian Wax just didn't really see that. I mean, of course, Kai gets into the wall, and then it's just not enough room to react to that, and that's what causes the incident as he goes around, and Coulter West gets into him. You can see here on the replay who else was involved here. Coulter West involved. There's Tyler Street getting involved as well. Several cars getting involved there. Tyler Street actually finds himself on top of his wing and had to get towed back to the infield, so he'll end up going probably a lap down here. Rough night for Tyler Street, sitting 4th in points. Jason Haynes was given an EOL for getting into the wall and then causing that caution. So Jason Haynes will go to the back of the pack in this one. Back here in for that 7th, 8th, 9th position. It's 4 laps remaining for these guys. That's where the hot and heavy battle is, as they're 3 wide. Caution flag waves out in the speedway once again with 4 laps to go. Ross Kaiser still your race leader, and when we go back to green flag, we'll have 3 laps to go. We'll take a look here at the replay and see what happened. Looks like Chris Sine gets down into the side of the B14 machine and turns him around, and that was what caused the caution. And that 91 machine's probably going to have to go to the pits and do some repairs, as it looked like that back axle was bent up. Byron, we got 3 laps to go here in this race, and that 83 machine of Ross Kaiser's leading. Does anybody have anything for Kaiser there up top?
Honestly, if I think anybody's got it, it's probably going to be Jason Randolph or Brandon Surratt. They've been close together on these last couple of restarts here, but I mean, it's just all about this restart getting that good jump on Ross here and try to get up right to that back bumper, make a last lap pass.
Absolutely. And also you see here, you got Sean Stevens sitting there in that 4th position. He has not been on the podium yet this year. He could potentially get that podium position. What's the odds of him getting that podium?
Yeah, looking at lap times here, I mean, it could be close. I think we might see Sean finally sneak into that top 3. He's just got to find out where that grip's going to be here on this restart.
All right, we have the lights out on the iRacing pace truck. We're ready to go. Green flag racing here out of turns 4. When they come across the stripe, we'll have 3 laps for Ross Kaiser to try to pick up his first 305 official race. Green flag is in the air. Randy Shreves back there in that 6th position. Jason Randolph got a good start there and puts a hard slider on the 83 of Ross Kaiser. The battle is on. 3 laps remaining. Ross Kaiser's got some company on the way of that 47 machine of Randy Shreves. Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph goes back to the top. Ross Kaiser goes to the bottom, gets the cushion on the exit, down the backstretch. 2 laps remaining as they come to the white flag this time by. Ross Kaiser's looking for the white flag. White flag is in the air for that 83 machine. Looking for his first victory out of turns number 2. Looks all clean down the backstretch. Half a lap to go. He'll exit turns number 3 and 4. He's going to pick up his first official win. Jason Randolph in second. Surt will come home third. Randy Shreves will get that 4th position. And Sean Stevens will round out the top 5. Ross Kaiser getting it done, doing some donuts there in turns 1. We'll see him come around to park that thing in victory lane. He gets his first official 305 Outlaw Series win. As you can see him there pulling up onto the podium. You got Jason Randolph there in that 2nd position. And the 73 of Brandon Surratt comes home third. Great outing for Surratt. And here is what the final results look like in this race. Ross Kaiser getting your win. Jason Randolph in that 2nd position. Brandon Surratt in 3rd. Randy Shreves comes home 4th. 5th was Sean Stevens. 6th was Brandon Voiles. 7th was Zach Dykstra. 8th was PJ Popham. 9th was Warren Samoy. 10th was Jeff Flaro. 11th was Gavin Chatham. 12th was Ben Wart. 13th was Larry Bell. 14th was Troy Flaro. 15th was Jason Haynes. 16th was Chris Sines. 17th was Brian Wax. 18th position was Kyle Vaughn. 19th position was Coulter West after starting on the pole of this one. Tyler Street finishes out 20th. 21st was Steven Vogelsong. When we come back, we'll have your interviews of your top 3 finishers tonight.
iRacing, you wanted the best. You got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show under the world of Outlaws.
Welcome back to Eldora Speedway. We've got your 3rd place finisher of the night, and that goes to Brandon Surratt, getting her done there in that 3rd position. You looked fast all night long. How did it feel out there? What was that car like?
It feels good to be up on the podium. I think this is the first one this season, so it's feeling pretty awesome. The track was getting a little sketchy there at the end. Everybody was kind of bouncing off the wall. I was just trying to hold on to it the best I could and stay behind Ross and Jason there and to see if I could hold on to that 3rd place. They get paid off.
Absolutely. And you said that this is your first podium finish. It is your first podium finish of the season. And you started the season off pretty strong. You was up there in points. You started to fall back in the points. But now with this 3rd place finish, it gives you a little bit of momentum going into the final 3 races of the season. And then, you got to have that momentum coming off the season to go into Kings of Millertime, as we've been talking about. So what does this do as your confidence going forward?
It feels pretty good. I think it's definitely what I needed to kind of pick myself up back here at the end of the season and try to see if we can pull off at least a top 5 overall finish. I think we were 4th last season, so I'd like to be somewhere right in that ballpark again. I think if we could just carry this momentum into next weekend and pick up where we left off, I think we'll be all right if we can just keep moving like that.
Well, again, congratulations on that podium finish. Any sponsors out there?
Of course, always thanks to ABR Setup Shop, JSM Shots, and all my teammates over at Holo Racing.
Well, we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk to your second place finisher. Second place finisher being Jason Randolph. Jason Randolph putting it in second. You had the race lead there for a little bit, but was not able to hold off Ross Kaiser. Take us through those early moments when you had the lead, and did you know Ross Kaiser was behind you and he was coming?
Eventually, I seen someone catching up to me there, and I'm not really sure where I was losing too much speed there, but it felt good running around the top, so just needed a little bit more tonight.
Yeah, so you come home in second. It has to be a really good feeling coming home second, that because right now with the points race, you have 5 points coming in behind tonight. Randy Schrace finishes fourth. You finish second. So that tight points race will continue to heat up as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. So after a second place finish here, we got 3 races left on the season, and we head off to I-55 next, a new track. And I got to ask, how many laps have you put in I-55, and are you ready to take a win there?
I think I've ran quite a bit. Unfortunately, I think it's more in the 360 and 410 class, but I like the track. It should be pretty fun, so looking forward to that, and hopefully we can have another good night there.
Well, congratulations on that second place finish. Any sponsors out there for you?
I'd like to thank the Firm Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass and Tinning, Elite Performance Industries, Mountains Transport, Butt Kicker, and 129 Promotions.
We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you. We'll see you.
Your winner of tonight's race is Ross Kaiser, and the celebration has just begun for Ross Kaiser. Ross, you get the win finally. Did it have to take Clayton Tilley not being here to get the win?
No, definitely not. Tilly, I'm Tilly's kryptonite at this joint, so it was inevitable that I was gonna finally get it done around here. Luckily, I was able to get through the pack and avoid most of the carnage that happened in the first 5 laps. But yeah, it was a good race. Just gotta thank my number one fan, Kyle Vaughn, for always cheering me on. But yeah, it was a good race.
So whenever you started this race, you had to pick your way through the field. You moved up 8 positions in this race, so you weren't starting up front. This track kind of came in to your likings, and then you had Jason Randolph in front of you. Jason Randolph is a really good driver. He sits second in points right now. Did you know early on that you had the car to beat over Jason Randolph?
Yeah, I was on the green flag laps. I was able to reel him in, just running the top as high as you can run it. I was just running a little bit more consistently than he was, and it was good because I knew Ryan. We've raced a ton, and I knew he wasn't going to throw anything sketchy on me. It was going to be a clean race. So when I was able to just get a run on him, I could slide him, and then I was able to get the lead and just try to drive away. And then there's a few cautions at the end, and then other than that, all my restarts were good. And then Jason, on the last restart, Jason threw a slider on me that I didn't expect, so I had to do a quick cut under. But luckily, I was able to get the run and keep it going. But it was still a really good race.
Well, you finished first. I get some good points out of you this week. I was the only one that picked you. Those guys did not know what they were doing this week, as I thank you for that 3 points.
Oh, always. It's Eldora.
Absolutely. I remember Clayton Tilley saying that you are very, very fast here, and it proved it tonight. You were very, very fast out there leading this race. Before we let you go, any sponsors out there?
Yeah, I just got to thank everyone at Speed Shop 51, Tanner, Tilly, and all the other guys that help out all the time. And then Momentum Sim Sports, all those guys, always a great help. And then Everything Dirt, Verdict Clothing, RK Cinematography, CT Designs as well. All those guys make a great effort.
Well, congratulations again. We'll see you next week where we travel to I-55 for the new track.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's all of your interviews for tonight. And that's all we have from Eldora Speedway tonight. As we head off to I-55 Speedway April 10th. You don't want to miss that one. April 10th, I-55 Speedway. We'll also be there April 9th for the All-Star Series. Catch us there. Don't forget the pre-race show starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, racing at 7:15 p.m. Also, if you have not checked out the t-shirts, make sure that you go and get those official Kings of Millertime t-shirts, $29.99. Get them today. From all of us here at Dirt Eye TV, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week at I-55.